If you love making video games, or you just love the idea of making video games, or you like playing video games, then I think I found something that will excite you. Yeah, and this is actually a mobile game engine called Flame. And one thing that's very interesting about this is that it is so easy to use and so easy to learn as well, especially if you come from a Flutter background just like me. And if you don't know Flutter, don't worry, don't panic. It's very easy to use and very easy to learn as well. And it's a framework used to make cross-platform mobile applications. So instead of just making an Android application separately and then an iOS application, you can just use Flutter, and and it's very I would advise you go dive into that. In fact, I think I'll make some videos on Flutter. And yeah, I'm going to start with the documentation, and then I'll go through to projects I've done. Actually, I'm going to go through the projects I use to learn how Flame works, and so you guys can see how relatively easy it is to learn about this, and the possibilities in creating your own games. One interesting thing I like about this documentation so far, right, is that they have this tutorial section, right? And this tutorial section is so good because you can easily see, it gives you step by step setting up the game, setting up a game from scratch. And if you're used to Flutter, this will not look like this won't seem strange to you. To look very familiar. As you can see, just same structure, same way. And yeah, the good thing now is that we can see some games that has already been completed, and here you can see the source code for each step by step. We can just come here and run it to see this is the final stage, and at the end of the day you have this Ember quest. I think this is a web game. You use this and you move something like that, and obviously yeah, exactly, playing. And apart from this, there are other games here. There's Space Shooter, and at your free time you can go through these. I'm going to show you the one I've done, and yeah, I'll start with this same game, Ember Quest, and let's see. So here it is running here, right? And I'm just going to rotate this because for me, I didn't make mine as a web version. I had to tweak it a bit, just play around a bit. I made it a mobile version. Since it's a mobile game, what I did was I had to create this analog. If you click on play, look at this analog controller, and so you play by tapping the screen to jump, and very exciting if you ask me. And yeah, so you have to, obviously if I had to, it's going to be easy to display, but because I'm using one. And if you're playing here, you can do this for instance and jump through. So this is a platformer game, a 2D platformer game, and it's so good because look at you can see the stars increase, and yeah, game over as well. They say usually you're the worst at the games you create. Yeah, and let's go to the next one. I'm gonna show you something else interesting. Yeah, so look at this. This is looks nice. So this is actually a game I'm not done with yet, and it's a Nigerian card game. Actually it's played in a few other countries, but it's very popular in Nigeria, and any Nigerian watching this will actually agree with me. If you look at this setup now, we have this game we have here. It's called the market, which has a stack of cards that are flipped upside down, and then we have the game deck here where you play. And basically what I was doing here is you have the player and you have an AI here, but I'm not done with it yet. I'm still in progress. When you start the game, there's one of the cards is flipped into the game deck, and you can play. Now you see, if you notice, the border of the deck is brighter than this, for instance, and it means it's your turn to play. All this obviously will be sorted out with instructions, and you can see I don't think you can hear the sound, but there's game sound, and you can see the animation smoothly moving in. And now it's the turn of the AI to play. Obviously when this game is done, these cards will be flipped upside down and you can't see your AI's card, and it will be played automatically by an AI. So that's the plan for this, and just to show you how easy this is. One of the rules of the game is you have to match the shape and or the number. So since we don't have any card here that can match the shape or number, we have to take from the market, and it's this turn again, but yeah, the air has so. And as you can see, because if you play an invalid card, it doesn't let us play, and even if you have a valid card but it's not your turn, it doesn't let you play. So you're just playing around with flame and everything until the game is won. But yeah, this is still a project in progress. There is one more I want to show you before I call it a day for today and let you do other things with your life. And it's a very legendary game, very classic game. You know what, I'll give you a few seconds to guess what game it is. A mobile game, classic, simple. What do you think? 3, 2, 1. Yes, it's Flappy Bird. If you guessed it correctly, kudos, I guess. Yeah, so I'm just gonna show you now. So yeah, this is the game. I'm going to and yeah, this is it. And again, this is a game in progress. Actually, if you're a software engineer like myself, or you're into computer science, you just do projects maybe for fun, whatever, you realize that there's something we most likely have in common, and which is not really a good trait, but we tend to have a lot of incomplete projects and jump to next. For instance, this one hasn't been completed, and that's why, yeah, you can see there's no restart yet, but you can see the score going up, the game, the animations. And this was just 2 weeks or so of learning Flame, and yeah, so I'm sure that it's not going to be difficult if you want to dive into it. You can see there are a lot of possibilities, a lot of things, a lot of if you go through the documentation, you see there are a lot of resources and help and everything you need. And yeah, I'll just show you a glimpse of the code. Just 1 second. I have my code here, which is running right now, and it's kind of, I don't know if it fit. Let me make it fit in here. Yeah, so this is for the Flappy Bird game, for instance. We have you know what, I'll make a separate videos going through some of these games, and if you want me to, just let me know in the comment section and I'll go and explain how they all work. And yeah, just let me know if you want that. Here I have my tubes, which are the things you see up and down. This is the bed class, which you just used to just you can have the collision detection and the position. You have the jump. Yeah, so all these are things I'm planning on making tutorial on Flame now, and we can have an amazing ride together. Let me just know what you want in the comment section. Would you like me to make tutorials? This is just it, and this is the Whot game, for instance. I have this. Let me minimize this for now. It's taking up space. So yeah, this is our Whot card game, the one I showed you about. And we have the Flames. I call this Flames doc tutorial, so I just put all the tutorials I did here in one file, one project. And yeah, this is you can see there's a Klondike, the card game, and this is the other one, the Ember quest game, which I showed you. Yeah, so let me know if it's something you're interested in, and I'd like to see some games or anything. Yeah, I haven't uploaded the source code yet to my GitHub, but let me know if it's something you want to see. Yeah.